Volodymyr Zelenskyy became the president of Ukraine in May 2019, gaining more than 73% of the vote. Right after the election, his support marked a record for Ukraine, says Anton Hrushevsky, executive director of the Kyiv International Institute of Sociology, or KIIS.
About 90% trusted the president, but then this indicator dropped to 35% on the eve of Russia's invasion in 2022.
Hrushevsky says shortly after the invasion, support for Zelenskyy grew to 90% in a KIIS poll. The latest survey was conducted in early February.
Currently, 57% of Ukrainians trust Zelenskyy, 37% don't.
The decrease in support is quite common for Ukrainian society, says Olga Ivazovska, chair of the board at the democracy promotion group Civil Network Opora.
Ukrainian society is unique. It, in principle, does not support the government. For the entire period of independence, only one president has been re-elected twice. So the current rating of the president is quite high. At the end of Yushchenko's term, his rating was about 5%.
Viktor Yushchenko was voted out of office in 2010. But Zelenskyy rating, whatever it may be, is not a reason to talk about presidential elections now, says Ukrainian political scientist Mykola Davydyuk.
Freezing the war, ending the war, achieving peaceful settlements, this is a reason to talk about elections.
Zelensky's presidential term would have ended last year had it not been for the war. Ukrainian law prohibits elections under martial law.
From an organizational point of view, holding elections is a very difficult process because the line of demarcation, the front line, is not stable. The level of threat from Russia to any region of Ukraine is extremely high.
Opora has been monitoring elections in Ukraine for 20 years. Ivazovska says Ukraine needs at least 1 year from a ceasefire to start an election campaign. The country needs security guarantees and a solution for how to organize voting for military personnel and refugees, says Ivazovska.
We have 7.5 million citizens abroad, 65% of whom have the right to vote. If we launch elections, there must be every guarantee that we would complete this process because a rocket attack on election day will lead to a drop in turnout to 5 to 10%.
This can lead to the complete delegitimization of the government, which Russia will take advantage of, says Ivazovska. Davydyuk agrees.
There is a desire to change the authorities, but at the same time there is a consensus this cannot be done during the war for one reason. Putin will take advantage of this.
According to the KIII polling, about 70% of Ukrainians are against elections during the active phase of the war. Lesia Bakalets, VOA News, Kyiv.